everybody. As part of my commitment to create routine in my life, I am coming on here every Tuesday for the next month at least to offer a meditation. We'll just spend the next maybe 15 or 20 minutes in a meditation, and since I am doing this in my home, right outside is a big construction site, and in the corner of this room are some piles of laundry to put away. I am inspired to share with you a Shamatha meditation. In Tibetan Buddhist tradition, this is calm abiding. This is that's the translation of Shamatha, that we don't need for circumstances to be pristine and pure and perfect in order to find calm within us. So we spend this time allowing whatever outside stimulus there is to be part of our experience, because if we're waiting for it to be just so before we begin, we're going to be waiting for our whole lives, and we will never begin. So Shamatha gives us an opportunity to start now, start where we are, start with what we've got, and gives us an opportunity to strengthen our mindfulness muscle in order to not shut out the outside world, but to find peace within it, to create some stillness and calm among the cacophony and chaos. So that's what we're going to give a try to right now. I'm going to just let us spend some time here in a Shamatha meditation, and I will guide us throughout the process, but it will be pretty spacious. There will be long periods where I'm not talking, but just allow the ambient sounds of the construction site behind this camera to be a reminder that we're still in it, okay? We're still meditating. And this is how Shamatha is typically instructed. You acquire a comfortable but uplifted seat. So in my case, I'm sitting on a folded yoga blanket, nice and firm underneath my sitting bones, allowing my thighs to settle down. I'm in a cross-legged seat on the floor. I'm going to rest my palms face down on my lap, just gently, not in a heavy way, but in such a way that my elbows hang underneath my shoulders. Trying to find the natural curves of the spine so that the skeleton can support this, rather than feeling like we have to muscularly support ourselves. Not too much engagement. There is a little engagement of the hip flexors to keep the pelvis upright, and a little engagement of the muscles around the spine, but generally the belly is relaxed, allowing for the breath to come and go without any effort. There might be a slight engagement of the abdominals as you exhale to assist the breath moving up and out. Find a broadness across the chest, the collarbones, in the front and in the back, allowing a fullness of the circumference of your rib cage. And you can even, if it's helpful, imagine a string, like a puppet string, attached to the very top of your skull, encouraging length in the sides, the front, and the back of your throat. Traditionally, Shamatha, calm abiding meditation, is done with eyes open and the gaze soft on the floor in front of you, maybe just a few feet out from where your lap is. Imagine that you had a camera lens and you were making it blurry, so let the focus be soft. That way you're not honing in on one particular thing that's in front of your eyes, but rather diffusing your gaze so that you're able to take in more of your periphery. Again, we are calmly abiding within whatever the circumstances are. So If my gaze broadens and I'm able to see the piles of laundry near me, I don't need to be distracted by them. I can notice them. Don't attach a story to them. Just abide within and know that whatever the circumstance is that we are in right now will be there when we're finished. And perhaps our perspective on that circumstance may have shifted just a bit by creating some calm in our minds. The intention here is to focus simply on the breath. And I say simple, but not easy. So this is where we get to sort of do bicep curls with our attention, encouraging our focus to come back to the breath. You may notice your thoughts kind of take off without you, and when you do, just say to yourself in your mind, thinking, and then gently guide the attention back. Watch the inhale. Witness the exhale. And I'm taking a lot of time just to give you instruction for this practice. And in a moment, we will begin, and I will continue to instruct and guide. But just allow your attention to be anchored by the breath, even as we broaden the scope of the attention. You can still know that the breath is happening here and now, and will keep you centered with what is. So if you have not already done so, allow your gaze to soften onto the floor in front of you, maybe 3 or 4 feet out in front, not focusing in particular on a spot, but just letting the eyelids be soft, sort of half closed. Starting with your sense of sight, just notice the colors or light or images that are falling into your eyes. No need to explain or attach a story to what you are seeing, but simply allowing them to be sort of like a Monet painting, just splotches of color that contribute to painting a complete picture of your present experience. Continue to allow the breath to be deep and full. Allow your attention to move to your sense of hearing. And again, no need to name what it is that you hear. Just notice what sounds are making their way into your ears. Next, notice if there are any smells drifting into your nose. Just add that detail to the tapestry of your experience. Notice if there is a taste in your mouth. And finally, bring your attention to what you feel. And this can be multifaceted, so take some time to really explore. Noticing the temperature of the air against your skin, the texture of your clothing, the weight of your hands on your own lap, and maybe there's some warmth there as well. Notice the connection of your seat to your chair or your cushion. And if you are seated on the floor, what other parts of you are connected to the earth? Allow yourself to feel with the entire surface of your body, all of the surfaces. No need to name whether it is comfortable or uncomfortable, pleasant or something you might like to change. In fact, I invite you to stay still and not shift too much unless something is painful, and then, of course, do not suffer. But if we can remain still and witness the sensations of the body, we can also bear witness to our own evolution and how a sensation that might have felt very important and hard to overcome may just dissipate or become more tolerable. Often the discomfort that we experience, the need to fidget or move, is an agitation in our mind. It doesn't make it any less real, but it does make it something that we can work with in our mind, in our training of mindfulness. Now allow your breath to continue in its smooth and steady pattern. You can invite your attention to swim around through all of your senses, exploring the fullness of this moment with your senses. And continue to be anchored by the breath. So if you start to go off on a tangent with your mind, say, I'm thinking, and bring the mind back to be present with you, witnessing your experience as it is happening. gently bring your eyes to close, taking your sense of sight a little more inward. There still might be some light coming in from behind closed eyelids. Notice the sounds coming into your ears, the smells coming into your nose. Notice the taste in your mouth. And notice the felt sensation of your body. Consider whether any of those qualities have shifted since we began our practice. Things that might have seemed very prevalent may not be quite so right now, or maybe something else is taking more of your attention. Whether your legs have started to fall asleep, or any part of you is aching. Continue to let your breath be slow and steady. And gently gather your palms together at your heart. In gratitude for you and your willingness to share this practice, I bow and say Namaste, which means the light that is within me bows to the light that is within you. Gently open your eyes. Come back to your space. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day.